Israeli and Palestinian leaders have begun their first major talks towards peace in almost 2 years. Leaders from both sides are being asked to consider compromises they've been unable to make in the past. Middle East correspondent Ben Knight reports from Sharm el-Sheikh.
2 weeks after these talks were launched in Washington, it was down to business in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh.
Today, the parties have begun a serious discussion on core issues.
But there's been a stark change in mood since the pomp and statesmanship in Washington a fortnight ago. Back then, the talk was of historic compromises and partnerships in peace. But ever since, both sides have been busy drawing lines in the sand. Palestinian negotiators are threatening to walk away from these talks if Israel ends its freeze on building Jewish homes in the occupied West Bank, which is due to expire in 2 weeks.
It seems to me inconceivable that the U.S. government, that the president, that all of this apparatus would be in operation if they didn't have a solution already now to the September 26th crisis over the building or not building and freeze of settlements.
As President Obama said just recently, we think it makes sense to extend the moratorium.
George Mitchell is the man who helped bring peace to Northern Ireland. He and the American Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, have the task of keeping these talks on track until their one-year deadline expires. Israel has thrown a hurdle of its own in front of the Palestinians, demanding that they recognise Israel as a Jewish state, despite it having 1.5 million Arab citizens. Both these hurdles are potential deal-breakers, and these talks have only just begun. And there are still the perennial sticking points to go, like borders, refugees and sharing Jerusalem.